Hello, this is Kevin Caputo from Evolving Sales Solution. I'm going to do a demo this morning on the four steps to do an email campaign within Salesforce. So let me begin by quickly going through the steps. There's 4 steps to the process. The first step is to generate an email template, and then the second step is to create the campaign. The third step is to create the list of the users who you want to include in your campaign. And the fourth step is to run the mass email program against the people in the campaign. So let's begin. So to create the email template, first of all, you click on your name over here, then click on settings, setup I should say, click on email, and then click on my templates. I have 2 templates right now. I'm going to work on the version 4 template, which has a video link. So I'll just click on that template. And now if I scroll down, I can see that there's an HTML version of the template, and there's also a plain text version of the template. They're both, the wording is identical. The only difference is that the plain text does not have any HTML code in it. So if I want to modify the template and make changes to it, I've got a couple of ways. I can edit the HTML version or the text version, or I can clone it and give it a new name and then change it. So I'm just going to really quickly here show you how to edit it. I'm not going to make any of the changes to it, but I will show you how to edit it. So click on the edit, scroll down here, and now you can see the template. I've got my subject here, so if I want to make a change to the subject, I change it there. In the body of the email, I have today's date. I also have the person's first name. I also have my company name embedded in the body of this paragraph, plus my client's name or company name also embedded in there. I have a YouTube video inserted in the body of this paragraph, and I also have my name, my company name, phone number, email address, and website. Now, a couple rules of thumb or best practices when sending an email campaign is that you should always try to have links that go back to your website, whether it's a video or whether it's just your website, and that basically helps you drive traffic to your website. Anyways, if I wanted to make a change, I could do, for example, let's say I want to put dear first name space last name. The last name is a contact field. So over here are all the fields under the contacts. So if I want to get last name, I just click on this down arrow right here and scroll down all the contact field names until I find last name, which is right there. And then all I have to do is copy Control C and just paste it right over here. So I'll put a blank in there, Control V, and it's as simple as that. Let's say I wanted to put a link to a white paper I have on my website. I could describe the white paper in text, and then I can highlight that and then use this link right here and then specify the URL for that website. Anyways, I'm going to cancel the changes here because I just want to proceed with the template as the way it is right now. So I'm going to move on to the second step, which is to create the campaign. To do the campaign, I got to basically, first of all, make sure that I'm in the marketing application. Right now, you can see I'm in the sales application. So if I click here, I can switch over to the marketing application. And now I can see all my tabs for the marketing application. And I want to click on the campaigns tab. And I want to create a new campaign. So my campaign name, I'm going to call it Follow-Up Mass Email for July, and I'm going to put today's date, July the 27th. Meeting. Someone's trying to get me on my cell phone. I'm going to put the status as in progress. I'm going to put the start date is today, the 27th of July, the end date being today too. I'm going to make it active. If I want to describe what the purpose of this campaign is, I could put it in here. I specify how many people I'm planning to send this to. This particular email is going to follow up from a meeting I'm having, and I'm sending it to 3 people. I put the number 3. How many people do I expect to get a response? I'm hoping that 66% or 2 of the 3 people, 2 of the 3 people will respond to this email. And the expected revenue, let's say I get a contract for worth $2,500, and the budget that cost me $100. And then later on, when I get the actual costs for completing the campaign, I would put it in here, and then this will allow me to do ROI analysis on this particular campaign. So that basically completes the steps 2, which is to create the campaign. The third step, as I specify over here, is to include who you want to be included in the campaign. There's 2 ways of doing it. You can do it through the reports, or you can do it in the campaign. In this video, I'll just focus on the campaign. So the way I do that is I click on the Manage Members button, and I click on Add Members. And I want to switch over to contacts because the 3 people that I'm sending this email to are in my contacts, not in my leads. Now, if I click Go, I'm just going to see all my contacts, and then I'm going to have to scroll through them and find the person. I'm kind of lazy about that, so I'm going to use the filter specification on, and I'm going to base it on the company name. So I'll look for account name right there, equals to, and the company I was going to send it to is Clear, and I'm going to click on Go, and it shows me 3 people that I want to send. That's the 3. So I want to select the individually. I can go like that, or I can hit the top one, and that'll select all 3. And I'm going to oh, that's right. I'm going to add with status and say they're sent. Basically, this is what this is doing is it's specifying for those 3 people. It's saying the status right now is I've sent them the email, and then when they respond back to it, I would change the status from sent to responded. Okay. Anyways, that completed the third step, which was to create the 3 people in my campaign, or add 3 people to my campaign. Now I'm going to go to the 4th step, which is to run the mass email campaign. So to do that, I click on the Contacts tab, and I scroll all the way to the bottom, and I'll see under Tools, there's a mass email contact program. So I'm going to run that. And I'm going to see what it says right here. The view is the mass email by campaign. That's the correct view I want to run, but I want to edit it because I want it pointed to the campaign I just created. So click on Edit. And I'm just going to change this to the, click on this box right here. And I'm going to choose this one right here. But before that, I do this. I have a campaign called Test Mass Email, which is just a test campaign I set up, which has my email address, and I'm going to test it, make sure all the links are okay, and I'm happy with it. And then I'll come back and I'll redo it with this campaign. So I'll click on the Test Mass Email, and I'm going to click on Save. And then I see the 2 people, which is my Gmail account plus my regular account. I'm going to click on Next. I want to choose the version 4 video link, which I showed at the very first step. And then I'm going to give it a name. So I'm just going to call this the test mass email follow-up, and then click on Send. And that's it. So in a few seconds, I'll probably get an email where I'll show that. But in the meantime, I'm going to click on, there it is right there. Perfect. So if I click on that email, I can now test it to make sure everything's okay. So I can see it's sent to from Kevin Caputo to my test Gmail account. The subject's okay. It's got my logo on the top. It's got today's date. It's got my first name. It has my company name right here. It has my client's name right there. Account name there or company name there. It's got the link to the YouTube. So I'll click on that. Make sure that works. Okay, that works. That works okay. Down at the bottom, it's got my name and all that information, plus a link to my email address, plus my company website. So that looks good. So let me finish the step. So I'll click on the contacts again. Just repeat the same steps in step 4. Go down to the bottom, click on the mass email contacts, and click on edit. And this time, I will click on the July 27th campaign. Save that. I see the 3 people. Good. Click on next. Click on the version 4 template. Click on, give it a name, follow up mass email, July the 27th, blah, blah, blah. Click on send. And that's it. I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions or if there's any other videos you would like me to do for you, just let me know. Give me a call or send me an email. Thanks very much.